Do you have any vices? Like anything that tempts you, or like what do you like to do when you're not training?
I'm real chill when I'm not training. You know, I'm more family oriented. I chill at my mom's house. I go play basketball at the YMCA with my nephew and a couple of friends. I go fishing. I'm, I'm real chill, you know. I
Yeah.
don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't party,
You've
really.
never drank or smoked, right?
I don't do none of that.
That's crazy.
So I'm just real chill, laid back.
What do you think never made you like drink or smoke ever?
Your body is your temple, you know, and um, looking at my family members that had addiction to drinking and, you know, smoking, looking at people that was smoking and I always told myself, what makes people want to be impaired and not know what's going on or falling all over the place, busting their teeth out, busting their eyes open because they drunk and they falling down the stairs and things like that. I never understood like why people want to be messed up to where they don't know what's going on around them.
So you've never been hungover too.
No, never.
That's what you don't ever want to experience.
Ever,
Fuck
so,
being drunk, but
yeah.
hungover. It's good that you haven't experienced that.
Yeah,
it's pointless.
And then like the smell of liquor stinks. Like what good is it? It don't taste good. Like what?
It can. Well, it depends. Yeah, if you're a drinker, but yeah, that's good. You're dialed.
Yeah.
Who do you think?
The reason Boxingego does not want to see a Crawford versus Canelo. Yes, I'm saying Crawford because he beat Canelo. Rematch. Now, what you guys heard was Terence Bud Crawford speaking of full send. And he's illustrating one of the things that has got him this far in his career. To treat his body like a temple and not put poison into his system. You got to respect it. He said, I don't drink. I don't smoke. Why do you want to be impaired? Alcohol stinks. Your body is your temple. You only have one body. And this is why I don't want to see a rematch. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now let's discuss. I know some of y'all like, oh, Ego, but Ego, what does this have to do with the Canelo rematch? Canelo can do better. He had an elbow surgery. Oh, no, I don't want to see it. Crawford almost stopped Canelo in the first fight. It's just what it is. Watch boxing all my life. Crawford, as the fight progressed, he had Canelo's number. And it looked like he was getting very close to either dropping or stopping Canelo Alvarez. I don't know how to illustrate it, but Crawford, the way he was sizzling Canelo, the best word that comes to mind is frustration. That's right. Frustration. He had Canelo frustrated. And as a longtime experienced pro fighter, that is perhaps the worst emotion that you could emote in a fight, of being frustrated, right? Like there was a sequence in the fight where I want to say Crawford bop. It might have been a left because he's a southpaw, but he was like bop and hit Canelo with a clean jab and I think a body shot. Canelo's like bop. And he looked like he was going to pout, like he wanted to walk away. Like that looked like he was about to quit to me. And I said that live on the Boxingego watch party because I'm the best in the business and it's not even close. So from what I seen in the fight, it doesn't deserve a rematch at all. It doesn't. I think rematches should be reserved for controversy. Controversy. Scandal. Mayhem, as I say, right? It should be reserved for controversial fights that were highly competitive and highly entertaining, where like Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward or something, Corrales, Castillo, where it was like back and forth, this guy's going to win and this guy's going to win. Fans are like thirsting for more, right? So just based on that, I didn't see enough that led me to believe that I need to see a rematch. But now I pulled up this interview from Crawford shortly before the Canelo fight, and he's like, I stay sober. Terence Crawford gave all the reasons why he stays sober and he doesn't put poison in his body. He's like, there's no point, basically. So from my perspective, when it comes to boxing, if the first fight left nothing to the imagination about who the victor was, and then you got a guy who's older in calendar years, Crawford, but he's not poisoning his body, and then another person we know drinks because there's videos of Canelo and he's like, let's party, right? No, Leroy, I'm bilingual. It's a difference. Bro, there's videos of Canelo looking sloppy drunk and clearly impaired and inebriated. So that's it. I know Turkey got gifted the gloves from Terence Crawford, and supposedly they have some kind of big plans crackulating. I don't want to see a rematch, bro. I don't. You got a guy in Crawford who's sober, who says, I don't touch alcohol, I don't touch smoke. Now, I know a lot of fighters personally, and I'm not going to put people's business out there, like names. However, to take a loss is different. People process it different, but it's not fun. So if you know Canelo to have drank before, what do you think he's going to do if he just lost to a smaller person and he just had a kid? He has no belts. You know what I mean? That, like, if you're going to drink, that's a time where people who drink tend to drink. I don't drink anymore. And I'm not shaming you if you do drink. That's on you. Years ago, I just made a personal choice because I was only a social drinker. And I was just like, what's the point of this? And then I just stopped cold turkey because I'm raw like that. I could just stop anything. And then time elapsed. I'm like, I didn't miss it. I didn't need it. So I was just like, and it's like alcohol is dehydrating as ethanol. You know what I mean? So I was just like, what's the point? You know what I mean? And I never went back. So to each his own. I just feel like Crawford, he's not poisoning his body. He already showed he was superior. And then Canelo, probably depressed, lost all his belts. He's not a champion for the first time in 10 years. And, you know, he lost to a smaller person. Yeah, he made a lot of money, but everything else on the legacy side, people are saying you can't be the greatest. You're not the greatest Mexican fighter, memes, all types of stuff. So I'm not picking against the guy who's staying sober. Like in boxing, it's those little things, those little X factors that in a close fight, that's where you start looking at, okay, this guy is a half inch taller. Oh, this guy has better speed. Okay, this guy has ring IQ. But it's also lifestyle, right? It's not just like physical attributes, speed and power and stuff like that. If people are pretty evenly matched or both elite, right, that's when you got to start looking at the different things, lifestyle choices. If a guy looked like he was fresher, Crawford, looked like he had more skill, Crawford, didn't even go orthodox. He was just all southpaw. So he didn't like Canelo start winning 3-4 rounds in a row and then he had to switch stance. Like he didn't even have to get into his bag for real. And then on top of that, one person is sober and one person chooses like to drink and party and golf. Like, no. So I hope they don't make a rematch. I hope Crawford goes to 160 or whatever he wants to do, try to be undisputed there. Let me know what you think, but I'm not picking a drunk versus somebody who's sober. period. For more boxing news, subscribe. Use my link in the description to up your YouTube game. Yitty.